Hi, how you doing? My name is Lewis. I want to talk to you a little bit about advanced glycation end products. What I'm talking about is a compound that is formed when you take a sugar like a glucose molecule and combine that with certain amino acids. It becomes a highly reactive compound that the body has to deal with. Okay, it's stored in various parts of the body, such as skin and synovial fluid, and in other areas of the body. But those are the two that I'm concerned about personally, anyway, because what we're finding out is these advanced glycation end products are linked to lower testosterone levels. They're linked to diabetes. It's linked to heart disease. It's linked to skin wrinkling, and it is linked to osteoarthritis and joint degeneration. The interesting thing is all of these compounds, first of all, have been identified. Or most of them have been identified, so we know what they are. The scientific community knows what they are. And one of the advanced glycation end products has been found in synovial fluid, and it's been determined that it causes joint deterioration. So they're bad, and the body has a way to get rid of them with enzymes, and it has there are cells that have receptor sites for these things, and they're trapped, and then enzymes go in and take them out. But it's a very, very slow process, so they accumulate in the body. So here's the question: where do they come from? Well, they come from natural processes within the body where your food is being metabolized, and they also come in large part from overcooking your food. And I'm talking about temperatures up, 300, 400 degrees. It creates huge amounts of advanced glycation end products that you eat, and then your body has to deal with that. And the problem is it appears to advance aging. If it wrinkles your skin, that's not good. If it lowers your testosterone levels, that's not good. And if it causes joint issues and causes you to have to go get a knee replacement surgery or have hip problems, that's not good. And apparently this is the case. If you look at knee replacement surgeries worldwide, and you look at the diets of the people that are getting them worldwide, what you'll find is people on the Western diet seem to have a much higher incidence of knee replacement surgeries and hip surgeries than people that live in Finland, for instance, or Norway, where they're not eating so much of these advanced glycation end products. So the main source that I'm looking at is the food. When you overcook your food, you're going to greatly increase advanced glycation end products. So I I didn't make it. I looked up a chart where this has been studied, and I was looking at here's my little chart. A hot dog, for instance. A hot dog, it says here that it has 1,631 kilo units per 100 grams of that hot dog. And that may not seem like a lot, but the moment you cook it boil it in water, for instance, at 212 degrees, it goes to 7,484 kilo units rather. If you were to broil that at 450 degrees in an oven for 5 minutes, it goes to 11,270. So going from 1,600 to 7,000 or to 11,000, as you can see, it's the heat that does it. It's just heating it up that begins to fuse any kind of sugars that are in that meat with the amino acids or the proteins that are in the meat. Raw beef, okay, for 100 grams, it's only 707 kilo units of advanced glycation end products. But when you cook it, it goes up a lot higher. For instance, beef steak microwave for 6 minutes is 2,687. Beef steak pan fried in olive oil, 10,058. The heat is doing it. Some of these are end products that you would buy where you wouldn't heat it up. For instance, butter. Butter right out of the tub or in the stick is going to be 23,340 kilo units per 100 grams, which is really high. When I look at that, that's really high. You probably wouldn't eat 100 grams of it, but it's high it's much higher than the meat. Cream cheese, 10,883. Margarine, 17,520 kilunits per 100 grams. Peanut butter, 7,517. So these are just some of the ones that are high. As you might expect, most of your uncooked vegetables, fruits, things like that, they're not high. They're very, very low. The meats appear to be high. Some of those dairy products appear to be very, very high. So the bad thing is it's tied to reducing testosterone levels in men and joint issues, and of course diabetes, that's a bad thing too, but I'm looking at the joint issues. And if you have joint issues, you might take a look at your diet. When we talk about eating right, I think a lot of people aren't thinking about advanced glycation end products and how they greatly increase when you eat a lot of highly processed cooked foods. So the foods to avoid would be anything that's cooked, like grilled. Most of the grills that people cook on are going to be 400 and 450 degrees. Going to restaurants and eating grilled fish or grilled chicken or grilled salmon or whatever it is, just the grilling process alone creates a lot of advanced glycation end products. If they could cook the food in water where it gets no higher than 212 degrees, you're going to cut those advanced glycation end products almost in half. Water doesn't exist at atmospheric pressure, at standard atmospheric pressure at over 212 degrees. So you're limited to 212 degrees if you cook in water. Steam is hotter. Steam goes higher. Basically water only exists up to 212 degrees. After that, it changes state. It goes to steam, and that's going to be hotter than 212 degrees. But if you cook in the water, you'll limit yourself to 212 degrees. That's a little safer. Another thing, smoking helps the body to create advanced glycation end products, and sunlight, ultraviolet radiation. Because everybody kind of knows that sunlight will wrinkle your skin. You can look at anybody that tans in tanning booths or for an extended period of time, I'm talking years, or they live at the beach, where they're out at the beach all the time and they're in the sun. The skin that they have that is exposed to those ultraviolet rays are going to be aged, wrinkled. You're going to be able to see that. It's what we call glycated skin, or glycation in the skin. And you might think, well, sunlight does that. Well, what is the mechanism? The mechanism is the UV radiation creates advanced glycation end products within the skin, and those advanced glycation end products are very reactive, and they degrade the collagen matrix that holds your skin together, and you begin to lose skin's elasticity. So it boils down to advanced glycation end products, and we want to avoid that if you want to look your best over the years. And so, another source is junk food like potato chips, corn chips, pretzels. These things are fried. They're not fried by you, but they're fried by the manufacturer before they put it in the bag. French fries, anything that's fried at high temperatures, I'm talking about 350 degrees or more, is going to be loaded with advanced glycation end products. So all those junk foods really should be avoided. So that's the lesson, the cooking lesson for today, and I just wanted you to know a little bit more about advanced glycation end products and how it's related to joint problems, lower testosterone, and skin wrinkling. And hopefully you'll find that useful. All right, thanks a lot.